Hey, what's going on, nerds? Welcome back to Death Rattle Horror. Today we're going to do the actual video I wanted to do. My real first movie review, video movie review. I've had a lot of hard times going through this. I wanted to write a script and I wanted it to be very, but that's just not me. And I wanted to give you guys me. So that's what you're going to get. So today we're going to talk about the incredible John Carpenter classic, In the Mouth of Madness. And for some reason, the name In the Mouth of Madness occupies the same space in my head as does Lord of Illusion. So if I end up calling it Lord of Illusion by accident, just understand we're talking about the Sam Neill movie, In the Mouth of Madness. Almost gotcha. So why not we go ahead and start this off? First of all, I gotta say, every John Carpenter movie, bitchin' fucking soundtrack. Top notch. Love you, John Carpenter, for that. And besides that, Carpenter has this really great way of building tension. Not only that, just building emotion. He gets you to really, really step into that place. And in the 1982 classic, The Thing, it was the tension of mistrust and suspicion and who's who. Here, it's what's real. What can I trust the thing that's in front of me, or am I fucking insane? And the answer is yes. So this movie really attacks kind of the cosmic horror aspect of the horror genre, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Lovecraftian and Clark Ashton Smith. And hey, Clark Ashton Smith, if you don't know about him, you should go read him, because that's my name too. Clark, not the Ashton and Smith. Yeah, Clark. Yeah. So Carpenter goes ahead and he sinks his teeth into cosmic horror, which you can kind of call a little bit of The Thing, as a little bit cosmic, but it's more existential and more sci-fi horror, I think. This is also very existential. So I guess fuck me, right? So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So, horror author, Sutter Kane, is on his latest book promotion tour, and he disappears. The company, his publisher, Arcane Publishing, this is a really cool name for a publishing company, hires an insurance agent or insurance investigator by the name of John Trent, played by the incomparable Sam Neill. You might know Sam Neill from Event Horizon and Jurassic Park as Dr. Grant. Now, already reality is starting to loosen around our protagonist, John Trent. He's beginning to have these really weird nightmares. People are trying to attack him in the streets. He's having waking visions. They're very, very odd. And as soon you start to see the character kind of take on the point of view of the audience. What is real? What is a lie? Maybe it's the reality that's been fed to us. Maybe it's the reality that we create around ourselves in order to get through every day. Maybe that's the lie. And maybe we need to open up our brains to something a little bit different. Now, this is where things get a little bit weird, and it starts to take a dive into the high strangeness. Sutter Kane, the author in this movie, he has created a town out of his own personal mythology. Kind of like the way that Stephen King created Castle Rock or Derry, Maine. The name of this town, it's Hobbs End, and it's a very kind of cool, kind of little location. Everything's very tight and secular. Not secular, but insular. Everybody knows everybody, everybody's in everybody's business. And this is the kind of things you can extrapolate, because I think it's very heavily based on a Stephen King type scenario. although they do mention Stephen King in the book. Now, John Trent heads to the so-called fictitious town of Hobbs End with the editor in charge of the Sutter Kane books. It's going to be Linda Stiles, played by that one very wonderful Julie Carmen. You can actually see her in the sequel to Fright Night Part 2. Yeah, we get into even more high strangeness with this kind of Groundhog Day Ian cycle that they get stuck in. You start to see little dribs and drabs of reality breaking down and having to start itself over, almost to punish the people in this town, because they are the brainchildren of Sutter Kane, and they're meant to just be victims for this incredibly ancient cosmic evil that he alludes to. Without giving too much of the story away, shit gets real. Shit gets real, as it does in so many situations. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a fucking movie, would there? But yeah, it's a really cool spin on a noir kind of feel. Like, she walked into the room and I could tell she was troubled, just by looking at her, kind of deal. You get that sense from the main character, John Trent. It's very, kind of Chinatown-y kind of feel in where it starts off, and then it just goes off the fucking rails. But definitely, I would call this easily 3.5, 4 out of 5 stars. Really creative, really inventive, taking that detective thriller noir style and adding cosmic horror flair to it. It's like a leather jacket with fringe on it. Just makes it more special. It makes it better. And yeah, guys, go ahead, check this movie out. I think you have to rent it right now, which is, you can do that on Prime. You could probably do that on iTunes. Yeah, go check it out, guys. I really think you're going to like it a lot. And if you have seen it, feel free to drop me a comment and talk to me about it. I love talking about movies. I love talking about all kinds of good stuff. And never give up. I love you.